Yo, what is good, my fellow deadheads? Your overlord has returned with yet another JJK Phantom Parade video. I'm going to go ahead and get to the point. I already know that you guys are wanting to talk about the fact that they have said that the global sync is not happening. So I've been searching all morning looking for information in the Discord. One, I can't find that Discord post, but I'm just going to pull up Slug's video. Shout out to homie, because I know that he already spoke about it. I was kind of like just chilling this weekend because I was off yesterday, man. I was just vibing. I was really being at peace with myself, really just enjoying my time after a nice hard week of work. Not at work, but for y'all at YouTube. If y'all guys enjoyed the content output this week, then go down below and leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get notified every single time I decide to glide, and comment down below and let me know which one to know. But yes, we need to talk about the fact that they said that the game isn't syncing. So I can't find, like a ridiculous guy, I have this video right here that says this roadmap is insane plus devs Q&A. This video does include the Q&A that the Japanese version had like done prior, talking about how like, okay, what were the questions? Why is the output on, or what are you going to do about the output of content on global being so fast? Oh, we're going to give more cubes as a result of that. Oh, when do you think about syncing the game? Oh, probably after the second anniversary. Like those questions. Yeah. Unfortunately, I did not put those questions on screen. So I have had to listen right here to refigure out what the questions are. But those are the questions. Now, when the original question was asked, this man, or the wiki, pretty much one of the mods, and I'm not pointing anything at the mods or anything like that. There's obviously somebody who, I'm not stupid, I know how this shit works. There's always somebody who is a higher up who makes all these decisions, and then they leave the person who is the direct link, the direct liaison from the consumer to the business. They always leave that person to take all the blame, to take all the rap. You've never seen anybody who makes these executive decisions that people fucking hate ever come to the forefront and say, guys, by the way, this was not the people under me. This was my decision. If you guys are angry, point this at me. Never, ever have you ever seen a company be that honest, that direct. Cool. So now that we understand that this is not the mod's fault, they do not control the game or the output of content in the game or anything of that nature, cool. I think that it is really crazy that somebody in the higher up executive somewhere at all, right? If you look very early on in the game, now I'll be honest, this information was recorded by Giku. Hopefully this kid can just record information properly, but I don't know. I saw a bit of information as I'm scanning through all the servers. I think I saw like 2 months in or 1 month in, it said like they don't plan to sync, and then literally we got this. What day is this? 4 months ago. This is from 4 months ago, so this is in April. April we had Q&A, like we had a Q&A with the devs in the server saying like, yo, we are planning to sync after the second anniversary. But in all reality, when you really think about it, after the second anniversary could literally mean the third anniversary, the fourth anniversary, the fifth anniversary, the seventh anniversary, the 10th anniversary. Who gives a shit, right? So after the second anniversary just means not before. That's all that means. But I do think that it is crazy that y'all, the server, the mods were told to tell us. Hold on, let me go to the actual tweet or Discord post. So yeah, I can't find this myself. I don't know where this was found, but okay, cool. It's because the decision is fluid more than it is concrete. No sync is likely set in stone. The duration of difference isn't. Either way, it's an advantage for us. So the duration of difference is not set in stone, but no sync is set in stone, and the duration of difference isn't either. So this is the infamous tweet here. Everybody is saying, oh no, they're not syncing the games. Okay, cool. So what I will say is, specifically in that original information that I saw in December, jotted down by Kid Old Boy, right? It said that they are not going to be doing sync celebrations. It didn't say anything about the entire game syncing. It literally just said sync celebration, which means, yes, we will not be doing celebrations at the same exact time on the global and JP version, which I guess you can say that at the December point, right? When the game is just freshly out, obviously you're not doing sync celebrations, sync campaigns. There's no fucking point. The game just came out. Okay, fast forward to 4 months when somebody that was a higher up let wind of the information to a mod go, oh yes, we are planning a sync after the second anniversary. I think it is very, very odd to let that information slip and then spam characters at hyper speed in an attempt to make it look like you are syncing both versions of the game, and then after spamming and getting right before the point of sync, posting or letting information slip again to another mod like this, right? Because you know that we can see this server, you know that the community has insight as to what is happening right here. So I think it's crazy to say one thing to let one mod hit, because like I said, it's not the mods. There's somebody who makes executive orders on these things above the mods. And there are also teams making schedules to make sure things are getting out at a proper time and everything. So that means that whoever it is, what's the position that actually schedules everything? Producer, right? That means that like from the producer to like the dude who is the head of JJK, like this department of the company or whatever, somebody in those people saw that it would probably be beneficial to let people think that there would be a global version of the global JP sync, then spammed a lot of content, and then afterwards said, yo, tell them, by the way, that we're not guaranteeing a sync. So I don't know. I think that feels a little facetious. It is all up to you to spend your own money, of course. And it's not like they said that the versions were syncing, but when they sync, if they're not syncing and they're not saying no longer doing sync celebrations anymore, they just said no sync is likely. Because when you sync games, that means that everything inside both of the versions of the game are exactly the same. We could still have a sync celebration at this point, because them saying no sync celebration was quite literally almost a fucking year ago. But they can say no sync, which is cool, which will mean that there's things missing from both sides. Because if you look at it, JP is still missing all of the premium contents, and then Global is missing all of the Dead Mall story event or map events, right? Which is something small, but at the end of the day, it is content missing on either versions of the game. These are small things, yes, but because of those things missing, quite literally the games just are not synced. That is very 100% true. But we cannot refute the facts that they are dashing through all of the content on the global version. And we also can't refute the facts. If Bili or Zoomzap is going to be a shitty ass company about it, and they're going to take the most scummiest route, I'm not going to lie, a sync celebration is the scummiest route. Why? Because you spam banners on global players, not giving them time to prepare, and now you're giving us a celebration at the same time as JP, and we can't even sit in anticipation. So it's just like, even if Global and JP don't fucking sync, what are you gonna do? Make us wait 2 weeks? You're gonna make us wait 2 weeks to summon on Global? Fucking stupid. I don't know, dude. There's just something. You won't know what I really think, chat. And chat, this could be absolutely 100% wrong. This is dead man headcanon here. This is what my belief is, and I'm gonna sit on this belief until it is proven to be wrong. I know that they recently just said something about not doing leaks anymore for the server and saying that some contents have been scrapped because of leaks. I'll be honest with you. I feel like me and Slug are probably the only two really doing this shit. Red Panda, I mean, there are people who make like stages videos, right? There are people who make videos on stages, but I don't see them do a lot of other type of videos covering just like the full everything, the full beast of JJK Phantom Parade, right? So it's just like me and Slug really be doing this shit, you know, covering the extra stuff. And Rain, obviously, and Rain releases content, and Rain releases videos for beating stages at such a speed that like I kind of be neglecting all the other content creators. I'm sorry, like I'm not trying to say that nobody else is doing a good job. Everybody who's putting their work is doing a good job. We are all building to this community. We're all adding to this community. But what I think it is that maybe okay, maybe the Dead Man figured it out. Deadman figured it out, and they are planning a sync celebration. And my almighty mind's eye cannot be fooled, cannot be swayed. Because this right here says no sync is likely set in stone. That is very loose language. That is not a very very assertive language, or not assertive. That is not very confirmative language. Confirmative language would be, it's because the decision is okay. Look, it's fluid more than concrete. This means that stuff is not necessarily what we think it is, or this is kind of what this says to me. And I don't know what Xanon sounds like. He could be a super chill dude. He could be a Chad. Look at his picture. He could be a Chad. He could sound like this, right? I don't know. But it's because the decision is fluid more than I'm gonna stop doing the voice. It's because the decision is more fluid than it is concrete. That does not sound like this isn't happening, right? It's because they're still kind of playing with the idea versus being 100% certain with the idea, is what that screams to me. No sync is likely set in stone. Likely. If this were confirmed, he would have said no sync is set in stone, but he said likely. What I think it is that they think that maybe the Dead Man has found some form of leaks or something like that to disclose that they are going to be doing a sync celebration or something like that, but I have no leaks. You don't want to know what my links are? the almighty source, my man. These voices just speak to me for real and just tell me shit from the higher ups, right? So there is no leaks that I have telling me that like there is no sync celebration or anything of that nature. It's just that too many things just line up, right? It's too intentional the way that they're pushing these characters for them to not be doing something like a sync celebration or anything of that nature. And hey, bro, I can be the man on the planet who's wrong. I don't give a fuck. I'll be the man on the planet who's wrong. I'll be the one that's wrong about a sync celebration because I would like to believe in the best possible outcome for myself. And what the best possible outcome for me would be is a sync celebration because I have completely given up and jumped off of the JP ship and I'm completely on the global ship. And I'll be honest with you guys, even if the global sync celebration does not happen and they like to keep things separated, if they start that celebration and stuff is separated even though it's like 2 weeks apart, I can guarantee you I'm just putting JJK Phantom Parade down because there's no reason to spam and speed everything up as far as you are and then just like not sync the games up and put all the content on both versions of the game. It's fucking stupid. And if you're gonna keep doing stuff like that, then I just don't know that this game is for me because I consistently am trying to fight tooth and nail to make this game seem like a very interesting experience. But I'll be real, like yes, it is a side game, right? Coined term, side game, right? So it's just like there isn't really much you can do on a day-to-day on this game. I mean, there's tower floors right now, right? But it's just like, how much stamina do you have to work on your characters to get to the tower floors? So even the tower floors are not a form of content that you can count on to bring you, relevance from the game every single day, right? So it's just like, the game is a side game. They're not thinking of syncing up the versions. They're not gonna, like, boost the stamina cap or something. Oh my God. Like, there's so much right about this game. But there's so few things wrong about the game, but the things that are wrong about the game are so fucking glaring that I'm just like, and like, I don't know. Again, I'm not saying that the development team was trying to be facetious in nature, but it is a little crazy to me that there's an entire team predicated around scheduling things. There's an entire team for everything in companies like this. And it is crazy to me that like back then they had let the information slip. We're planning a sync after the 2nd anniversary, then spammed everything and then said, so nothing is set in stone, right? That's just really stupid to me. That's really stupid. I'm not even gonna go on my tirade, saying all these names about Bili and Zoomzap, them silly Billies, right? I'm not gonna go into my whole little tirade because I am sleepy, dude. I woke up at like an hour ago. And when I woke up, something told me to give up being mortal so I could come make this video for y'all. So that is my thought on the situation. I think a sync celebration is still going on. I think a sync celebration is still going on. I think they think we're stupid and that we're not gonna get, and that we're gonna believe that there is no sync celebration coming on. But I mean, like, bruh, you gave us the 1.5 annie celebration like a month or two after that shit fucking happened, bro. Like, be real, bro. No sync celebration? No sync? Yeah, okay, Bili. Okay. You got us! No sync celebration, guys. Woo, boo. Even though everything is at the fucking same time. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna sit in my own little world. I don't want anybody to be wrong with me if I am wrong, but I doubt I'm wrong. Nobody sit in this little world with me. I was sitting in this world by myself. I believe we're still seeing a sync celebration. I think, like I said, bro, they have a problem with leaks lately. They even said some content has been scrapped. They're trying to hide some content. They're trying to hide something. Probably a sync celebration. DEADMAN figured it out. I'm calling it here. Thank you for my crown. I'll go ahead and take it now. But what do you guys think about this situation? Comment down below and let me know what you want to know. But just again, none of the information. First of all, the mods were told this information, and then that information was told to us. So it's already a game of telephone. The information is always a game of telephone, unless you're talking directly to the person who's giving the information, right? Always a game of telephone. And I'm not saying that anybody from the mod team is misconstruing anything of that nature, but did the person who told Xanon this say likely, or did they not say likely, right? Or did they say it in a different way and tell Xanon, yo, get to work. Let their imaginations wander, right? Because Xanon is a man who needs to pay his bills, who's got to put something on the table, who has an employer that he must answer to. So I get it. It's cool. Sometimes your employer asks you to do crazy shit. Sometimes your employer asks you to take the flames and they're the ones setting the fire up. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna harp on the mods. We're not gonna say anything towards the mods. We respect the mods and have appreciation for the mods and what they do. Oh, this is from Reddit. Okay, I see. This is from Reddit. That's why I couldn't find it on the server. I mean, obviously it happened on the server, but also I went back and searched for the Q&A tweet and I couldn't find it at all. And I'm not saying that they deleted it or anything. I'm just quite literally like, just 3 a.m. man. It's a lot to even mentally process right now at this time. But if you guys did enjoy the video, you can go down below. You can leave a like on the video. You can subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you can comment down below and let me know what you want to know. Yeah, the versions aren't synced from this celebration. I'm probably just gonna drop the game because Kaiju number 8 was gonna be able to come in and just replace. Don't care, because if they are doing things like saying one thing that kind of seems like this adjacent, and then they are going to do actions that confirm or support that, and then say something that's like opposite of that, then I'm not giving that company my fucking money. No, what? No, what? That's stupid. No, what? Yeah, no, I'm not giving them my money from this point right now, honestly. Yeah, so no more money to JJK from me because I didn't like this. No more money from me, and yeah, if the versions aren't synced, I'm dropping the game. I'm just standing on that. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. We're dropping the game and just switching to Kaiju 8 completely, or whatever else I gotta switch to, or I'll just have to become a full Grand Cross, or hopefully by the time JJK expires for me, you know, BCM is at least getting something talking about, oh yeah, we're coming back, or something like that. I don't know, right? But this is gonna be and guys, I don't want this to be like sad for you. I'm very just set in my ways, and I've already kind of made my decision. Like, yeah, if this doesn't go how I like, I am just quitting the game because that is my decision. And what I've learned is that you do not tell yourself, oh no, I've already put this much into it, so I'm already too deeply invested, I need to keep investing. That's how you trap yourself. What you do is you make a decision and then you live by it. Ooh, that was hard, wasn't it? Yeah, you make a decision and you live by it. So if they don't sync the games, I'm just quitting the fucking game. And they are already off limits for my fucking bank account. So yeah, fuck you, Bili. That's it for the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, then you can go down below. You can subscribe, you can hit the notification bell, you can get notified every single time the Deadman Sounds Glide, and you can also comment down below and let me know what you want to know. But yeah, I hope that this subtle rage was more enjoyable than my typical, you know, scream and flail in my arms rage. But if it wasn't, hey man, grow up. This is what real rage looks like in the adult world. Peace.